scope and objective of work study. The work study was primarily focused to improve the productivity of a organization or a firm and the efficiency of the production. Okay, so earlier they focus on this, and the same techniques then utilized by transport office, sales and distribution, and many other service organizations. They tried the same philosophy and they got succeeded also. And this particular work study is implemented currently every organization setup. The basic objective of doing the work study are improvement in working progress. For example, if you are doing a job of painting, uh, you need to be you need to see improvement in your working style, working progress, mixing the paint and applying the paint, and you need to have update. For example, today if you are able to apply paint for 10 meters square of area, after 1 month at least you need to have an improvement towards 12 meters square or 13 meters square of area you need to paint it, which shows that you had some improvement process in your work area. Similarly, each and every work whatever you are doing, you need to focus on your work, you need to upgrade systematically, try to eliminate lot of wastage with respect to labor, working time, material wastage, etc. And you're supposed to keep on uh, improve your efficiency throughout the lifetime period. So at the final stage, you are the one which in an expert condition. Standardization of procedures. So to do a work, uh, you need to apply standards. Standards formed through lot of experimental works, and you will adapt the best optimal resulting experiment as a standard procedure. Again, you have to go for performance to performance based. Effective utilization of resource like men, materials, machine, money, and time, and also you have to effectively use market also. Okay, then efficient and fast material handling. So if you are you are transporting a very big boulders of stone, how can we transport manually these big boulders of stone from one location to another location with very effective manner without affecting the human health? You need to save time, so we need to uh, think about it, and you need to adapt the particular standards to do this material handling very effectively. Decision on fair day wages. Clear? Earlierly, if you are working from a particular time to particular time to make a product, to produce that particular product, uh, there is no time limit for you to work, and the wages are uh, not based upon how much quantity actually you are work. But after these work study and all, the fair day wages are uh, really uh, implemented wisely, enabling a good decision making on manpower requirement, etc. Better work culture can be maintained. Working environmental can be maintained by ergonomic study. Ergonomic study is a branch which uh, deals with an applied science concerned with uh, designing and arranging things people use so that the people and things interact most efficiently and safely. So there is a stream of ergonomic study, and to provide an effective control of system, to make a method of doing operation easily, to economize the movement, that is motion economy, to increase the productivity by eliminating the unnecessary work elements, to make an effective layout of workplace so as to reduce the number of movements. And this work study is classified basically to time study and method study. This time study is again give a way for work measurement. The method study, which was developed by Gilbert and her wife Lennon Gilbert, it gives extension to micro motion study and motion study. Later, this micro motion study uh, shows a way to develop a different field of science, that is ergonomics. Same way, motion study gives a new way of study towards economic of motion. Time study. It's a brainchild of F.W. Taylor. His philosophy concentrated to develop a scientific method to any human problem by by selection of workers. First, the basic criteria, you need to choose the worker. You need to choose the worker based upon their efficiency. What this particular man, what he is actually capable of, what he can do, whether he is good in carpenter or whether he is good in bar fitting, steel fitting works, or he is a good mason, whether he lay tiles very effectively, or whether this particular man lay bricks very efficiently. So you need to observe first and you need to select the workers. And once you select a particular worker for a particular job, you have to update and give training and you have to educate them in the same field. So by giving adequate training is the second part. Clear? And also one of the main criteria is, after selecting the particular worker, after giving the training, we are giving a division of work, and for a particular division of work you are assigning the responsibility and authority and accountability are forcefully or understandably given to the particular individual people. With this terms, an individual is gaining responsibility, authority, accountability, so that the productivity keeps on increased. So these are the future of F.W. Taylor's work culture. Clear? And the third point is by developing cooperation between workers and management, which was not in a very good relationship at that time period of industrial revolution. Then Barth and Merrick, these two were the students of F.W. Taylor. They developed the method to, like they developed this time study to, they split up a work into small activities called elemental movements or simply elements. Okay, so they try to eliminate all unnecessary elements. Okay, assign time to each elemental motion accurately with the help of stopwatch or standards. Classify and describe each elemental motion and its time carefully for further reference. Add an allowance to actual time to cover the time delay due to known or forecasted or unseen reasons. Standardize the tool and working condition with more emphasis laid on method improvement. Okay, so with these setups given by the students of F.W. Taylor, he defined a good concept, that is three formula, that is definite task, definite time, and definite method. F.W. Taylor's work focused towards the specialization and standardization of each and every element. Okay, so the time study opened way to a firm scientific and calculative opinion on remuneration system. Okay, so remuneration system, they clearly define the task, they assign the system based upon, assign each worker a clearly defined task with definite time. So they will give a particular task and they will give a particular time. They have to do that particular task with the prescribed method given by them, and they have to complete the prescribed task within the time they calculated. So those things were they analyzed earlier, and they come to a conclusion of deriving this standard time and task. So the workers also got trained based upon that, so they also complete the task in that particular definite time. Provide each workers with such standard condition and appliances as well, enable him to accomplish the task with certainty. Remunerate each worker with large pay when he accomplished his task. And also the final condition is important. Make sure that when a workman's fail, he is a loser thereby. So they also feed this category inside them. As per ILO, that is International Labour Organization, they are defining time study as time study is a work measurement technique for recording the times and rate of working for the elements of a specified job carried out under specified condition, and for analyzing the data so as to obtain defined level of performance. So finally they are uh, evaluating the defined level of performance, whether they achieve the performance based upon the given specified condition and given specified job. So this is what the what will give you, like you are continuously trying to train and continuously updating, and again you are checking whether you achieve the performance or not. Next is method study. Method study was developed by Gilbert. Method study is a systematic and scientific evaluation of existing and proposed plans and performance of a work, and evaluation of improvement through analytical process of critical examination. Based upon their continuous improvement in the study, this method study was again classified to motion study and micro motion study. Method study basically stand with three pillars. That is, it was concerned with economic factor, technical factor, human factor for operation and development. If you want to develop a particular operation level of work, you need to concern with three factor. First is you have to give importance towards economy, not only economy. Then you have to go for technical factors. What technology you can adapt? If the technology is highly cost, that is, it will affect the economy. So you need to create a new technology that withstand inside this your economical factor. Then the third is human factor. You are not supposed to kill humans in order to make a product. Instead what you have to do, you have to try to develop a easiness work for a human welfare also. So to implement the method study, the basic procedures have the following steps. First is define the problem. First you have to clearly define what is your problem. Like if you are manufacturing a car system, and car systems have enormous number of nut and bolts. So some nuts will be in the top position, some nut will be in the bottom position. So if you want to tight those systems, sometimes you need to stand, sometimes you need to sit, sometimes you need to lie down. So lot of effort human has to put. So this will affect the time process. So if that is your problem, then you have to find solution for that, right? So clearly define the problem and select the work to be taken for the study. You have to specifically do, not in a general way, you have to make it in a specific way. Then record all the relevant facts about the present method, currently how you are doing those work. Yeah, you have to record all those factors. Then you have to uh, for example, if you just capture through a camera, record all those videos, then you have to again put it in the screen. Then examine the facts critically and impartially. Then you have to develop a most practical way, and also that practical way has to be economical and effective method which will satisfy the three pillars, that is economical and technical and human factors. Then after critical examine, after your analysis, you have to define a new method. Okay, so define the new and improved method so that the method can be identified and implemented. So after implemented, you are not supposed to let them go. You have to monitor them, and you have to verify whether this particular method succeeded or not. If not succeeded, again you have to repeat the same process. The method study can be applied to layout, working condition, movements, quality standards, design, tools and equipments, and material handling. Okay. Again, the International Labour Organization (ILO), they give a definition for this method study as the systematic recording and critical examination. Systematic, you have to record it systematically, and you have to examine very critically of existing and proposed way of doing a work as a mean of developing and applying easier and effective method. It's very important. Easier and effective method, and thereby reduce the cost so that it will serve the economy. Motion study. This is more detailed investigation of individual operation or operator. You have to examine very critically about an individual person. Then the layout of materials. Parts or tools around the workbenches or machines. How you are arranging those systems so that effectively can you use when you're doing the work. Uses of jigs. How you can use it. How you can use it while doing the machinings and all. Fixtures and consumables to perform the job very effectively. And you have to study about the environment, location, like how the wind flow is there, how the light system is there. Clear. um, Even in some situation, if they are providing air conditioning system, so that you will not feel sweating, so that the work productivity can be increased. Yeah. Then the body posture, how you are working, how the body postures, even the body postures also convert the productivity towards a higher level. And the gestures, the noise level due to the machines running and the surrounding, the temperature, the pressure, the humidity around the workplace are the major concern of motion study, which are known as ergonomics. The next classification is micro motion study, and this is the most detailed investigation of movements of hands, arms, limbs, legs, head, etc. while you performing the job. So if you critically examine, you can avoid unnecessary movements. So they use the tools like motion pictures, cameras, film record, etc. To observe the uh, method study with the help of micro motion as a specified job. So the techniques used are process charts, Therblix, cyclic graph, chronocycle graph. So now we are focusing on work study, why we need it. Okay. The systematic, objective, critical and imaginative examination of all factors governing the operational efficiency of any specified activity in order to effect improvements. Okay, that is a clear super definition given for work study. Okay, this is needed. Why? Because it has a strong base. Okay, see, a lot of people tried enormous amount of scientific way of trying to improve the work efficiency and all, but even till today work study is still existing because it has a strong base. Okay, and it has a supportive experimentation, and you can get results immediately, and again you can uh, recheck it. and you can re-implement it again, you can update it. Okay, so immediate results are making it, it keeps on ever new process. Okay, uniting the people at all levels. Okay, everybody is equal. It is openly saying everybody is equal, so it is uniting people at all levels like owners, managers, foremen and workers by clubbing the various resources like time, machine, materials, men, methods and market. Work study, it's a valuable tool to make productivity. Okay, is a direct means of rising productivity in the competitive world with growing demand. There are two options to meet the demand. Okay, first, you can increase the volume or capacity of production by enhancing the machineries or equipment you are using. You can upgrade them or you can modify them. Clear? Then you can increase the men with respect to education and training. And in terms of material, you can for example, if you are using a material to process for a production, if the material is having some impurity, you need to, if in order to remove the impurities, you need to go for a lot of process. Instead of that, if you buy a little bit higher value of pure form of material, you can eliminate a lot of processing time and money, so that you can directly put it into the productivity formation. Next is increase the productivity and thereby its capacity by eliminating waste. Clear? The second option is easy in all sector with little or no expense. That is, in order to enhance your machinery, in order to enhance the men with the different stages, in order to uh, buy the material quality or the processing of the material, at least you can try to eliminate the waste here in terms of time, in terms of energy, in terms of money. If you try to eliminate those waste, that also lead to productivity. Okay, so this work study is systematic, simple, it is very systematic, in simple and consistent, and is based on handling of facts. Okay, so you are really doing based upon the real observation. Ensure that no factors affecting the efficiency of operation is overlooked. Most accurate means of setting standards of performance on which depends effective systems of production, planning and control. Savings resulting from proper applications of work study. So tools which can be applied universally. This work study you can apply universally to raise the productivity. Most penetrating tool of investigation available in the management. Of course, this is yes. Everywhere you are trying to penetrate inside and you are trying to find all the flaws which is affecting the productivity. In short, work study needed to be of considering economic aspects, technical aspects, and human aspects. Economical aspects by cost reduction, increased production, variety of products in monetary terms. Technological aspects by process improvement, method refinement, eliminating of waste elements or movements, technology upgradation, standardization, product compactness, equipment renovation, product development, etc. And if you're focusing towards human aspects, by ease of operation, comfort to producer, customer or user, safety to human being, machinery and environment. Advantage of work studies are is cost reduction. Since you people were trying to eliminate all the waste or unnecessary movements, actually you are saving the cost. So by eliminating unnecessary movements in works or jobs or motion. Productivity improvement by enhance the efficiency of the production. Profitability. It raises the profitability without raising the sales price of the product. If you are confused, you can go through this small example. A product manufactured at rupees 100 and sold at rupees 120. So which will give a profit of rupees 20 rupees. Okay. If you convert it into the percentage, 20% of profit you can gain. If the same is able to manufacture at rupees 80 by using work study, by eliminating all those waste movements or saving the materials, etc., and now you are trying to produce the same material for rupees 80, and the same product is tried to sold with rupees 100 by gaining the same profit of rupees 20. But when you convert it into percentage, the percentage is 25 percentage. 5% of increment in profit is uh, obtained due to the help of work study. And if it is sold at rupees 120, imagine the profitability, okay, which is about 50 percentage. The same product earlier you was supplying with 120 rupees, and after the implemented and correction, now also if you are trying to sell for the 120 rupees, you just imagine your profit. This is definitely better than raising the sales price to rupees 150 in order to get a profit of 50 percentage for the first scenario, and making uncertain or risky sale ability, which takes the product away from the common customer reach. Of course it will happen. Then standardization, by which the employee gets job security, because every person is upgrading themselves, they are keep on updating themselves, so they are getting a job security feeling always. And customers find reliability because the product quality, and the if you demand something in time, you can supply the demand, so that reliability and interchangeability will increase. Easier work, even though it could not reduce the cost or increase the production, because it increases productivity by reducing the fatigues in the employee. Fair day wages, as the work is timed and based on this, the target is fixed based upon the calculation. The operator gets a fair day wages. This is not only regulates the employee but also provide the employer a good control over the workman. So also it builds up a fair relationship between employer and employee. Better working condition, by which the worker would love to work in the environment, also makes the workplace clean, neat and tidy, and good working culture can be created. It's a deterministic approach towards the production schedule. The production schedule can be met as per the plan, thus makes the producer to satisfy the customer by meeting the delivery schedule accurately, so it is satisfy management, workers, trade unions, consumers, etc. So earlier we tried to cut trees with the help of axe. You can see there is no safety precautions and all. And if you are implementing work study, and you just define your problem and you choose what is your definite task, and critically examine, use appropriate new technology, clear, with safety googles, with safety shoes, uh, with the cutting machine, hand cutting machine, a person can easily cut the tree. You can reduce the same, you can reduce the time, and a person who is working is also get very easiest to do this job. So this is what the benefit of work study. Role of work study in improving productivity. They improve basic process by research and development, so that will keep on going, so this improvement will keep on going. improve existing methods and provide better plant and equipment to make more product and a quality product. Simplify the product, reduce waste, and standardize the range. Improve existing method of plant operation by eliminating waste. Improve the planning of works and use the manpower. Increase the effectiveness of all employees.